Hi, I'm TA Play, your trading buddy. Welcome back to our TA Play channel. And it's been some time, and I'm now back from the New Year vacations. And after I settling down, all the companies better. Yeah, so now we are back to this channel to continue to bring more values and analysis to all of our audience. All right, so let's cover what's been happening recently and before I start, so this episode of the updates will be really comprehensive and we will be covering the performance of all the main indices, whether it's the US market, the worldwide market, and also the Malaysia market, most importantly. And of course, we will also be covering the performance of crypto and particularly stocks as well. So make sure you stay until the end of this video. And of course, for you who haven't subscribed to our channel, make sure you click the subscribe button right now so you won't miss our stock updates. We will be updated day by day coming soon. All right. So without further ado, let's continue into the chart. All right, let's go into the chart. Okay. Okay. All right. So the first chart that I'm going to show you today is the chart of our. Let me cover back on the global market first. Yeah. So all right, so in the part of the US market, first we will take a look at the chart of Dow Jones. All right, Dow Jones, as you can see, is having a sharp rebound from the previous drop on the opening of December last year, and it's been performed a sharp rebound from the bottom and even created the historical high on the day of 4th of January, which is the starting of this year, which is 2022. All right. So after it has, break the historical high and it's not doing a small retracement, yeah, small retracement in order to test the support. But in overall, you can see that the formation of the Dow Jones index is still on a bullish formation, yeah, it's still on the bullish formations and basically you see that the performance of the US market is getting better because especially after the announcement of Fed on the confirmed interest hike on this year, which is 2022. So there's one uncertainty being kicked off from the market concern. So you can see we have seen the clearer directions of the whole every main indices in the US market. Yeah. So when one uncertainty is being cleared, so the direction of market is also getting clearer. All right. So let's back to the chart. You can see that the Dow Jones index is now on the bullish formations. Yeah, you can see a bottom over here and the higher low over here, and it's now on a retracement stage. Yeah, so the next what you should be paying attention to is to see how deep the retracement or the correction will go. Yeah, so in the bullish formations, what we need to focus is on the support. Yeah, it's on the support. You can see that there's support of the moving average over here. The first is the moving average 10, 25, and 50. So each line of the moving average will be the support of the indices. All right. So in order for this, in order for the chart of Dow Jones to maintain its bullish formations, it's better to get supported on the moving average line, and as long as, most importantly, it don't breaks the previous high, which is on this level, yeah, on this level, which is around 36,000, yeah, near to 36,000, which is the previous top. So as long as can support it around this area, oh, it is MA25 as well. So I think the bullish formation will able to sustain and maybe it will retest the historical high again. Yeah. So that's my wild guess on this. So in overall, as now what we can see is still on the bullish formations and it should not worry too much. Yeah. Okay, so after we're looking at the chart of Dow Jones, let's go into the next chart, which is our Nasdaq. All right, our technology index. So you can see the chart of Nasdaq is having a bigger corrections compared with the Dow Jones index. Yeah, so it's forming. You can see it's forming a triple bottom over here. The first, the second, and the third bottom. And the correction is getting bigger actually for the past few days. So if you are trading in either Malaysian market or the US market, you will find that the tech counters are having less momentum, yeah, because the market is now quite concerned on whether this Nasdaq index will it be supported on this level, yeah, because it is a strong support over here with previous low, 2 times of previous low. So if this time the Nasdaq index unable to support on this area, then we will see it go deeper with a bigger corrections. Yeah, of course, if it breaks this level of support, it will definitely affect the performance of worldwide technology counters. Yeah, so traders and markets are basically waiting for the confirmations on this. So it is if supported over here, then maybe we can repeat a rebound that's happened on the mid of December. Yeah. So we can and then you will see the performance of the tech culture either in Malaysia market or in US market are getting a clearer momentum. All right. So if you are trading on tech sector, yeah, so this is the part that you need to take note on this. All right. Okay, so after we look at the Nasdaq chart, we move into the chart of S&P 500. Yeah, general index in the US with a bigger inclusion. So basically, after the correction, after the retest the new high, yeah, same as the Dow Jones, after retest a new high, we are now encountering a correction stage. So far, it's still okay because it is supported on the MA50, which is the crucial support. Yeah. So previously 2 times you can see that the index was actually breaks the support of MA50 for once and for twice, and this is the 3rd time. Whether will it be able to get supported? Yeah, so that's we shall see. We shall see in the near term. But then let's not make a guess over here because we just trade on what we see, right? Yeah, so you can see the red line over here. This is the support line that I draw earlier, yeah, which is the previous pressure, and it's breaks and reach a new high, but then a correction kicks in. So yeah, so basically the point that you need to, pay attention now is whether it can support it on this line of MA50. Yeah. So if able to get supported, then maybe we'll retest the previous high or the historical high again. But then if failed to get supported, maybe it will find the next support as the previous low. All right. So that's the thing that we need to monitor. Okay. All right. So next we move into the semiconductor index. Yeah. And semiconductor index, the SOX, are actually we're having a similar movement with the chart of Nasdaq. Yeah. It encountering bigger corrections as well. And of course, semiconductor index will have a slightly impact on our Malaysian market. It will have a greater impact on the Taiwanese market, yeah, because majority of the Taiwanese market are highly correlated to the semiconductor, yeah. Malaysia, some part of our culture are so, but the impact is still less compared with the Taiwanese market. All right, so maybe you can ignore this semiconductor index. Yeah, you just focus on the main index of Dow Jones, Nasdaq, and also the S&P 500. Yeah, because they are more or less on the same momentum and also the movement. All right. Okay, so basically now we have covered the 4 main indices of the US market. So in general, summary over here is that actually 4 of them are on a correction or the retracement stage. All right. So we are now waiting for the next signal and more confirmation whether will it get supported on some crucial support, and then I hope that we'll see a rebound over here. Then it will bring the momentum of the worldwide market together once again. All right. Okay, so after we look at the US indices, let's move into the chart of our cryptocurrency. Yeah, our cryptocurrency. Okay, so for those who are trading on crypto, definitely not a good month for you for this past 2 months. Yeah, because you can see the chart of Bitcoin. Yeah, you can see the chart of Bitcoin is now on a downtrend, a very obvious downtrend over here. Yeah, a very obvious downtrend, and then it found support on the previous low. Yeah, it's the red line that I draw. The previous low on the month of September last year, and it's now trying to form a bottom over here. So for those who are trading crypto, this is a line that you need to really pay attention. Yeah, because this should be a crucial support. Hope that it will get supported on this area. For Bitcoin, it's around the 40,700 USD. Yeah. So if it fails to support on this area, then it will find the next support at the previous low on 37,000, probably there. Yeah. So this is the red line is the one that you should pay attention if you are trading crypto. Okay. All right. So after we have a slight, a review on the cryptocurrency. All right. Let's move into another index that people paying attention quite a lot nowadays, which is the 10 years bond of the US government bond. Yeah, the bond yield, 10 years. Yep, United States 10-year government bonds yield. Okay. So you can see that actually the US government bonds yield, a 10-year yield are actually spiked up for the last past 1 week. Yeah. So some traders or investors, they are having actually some confusion over here. They thought that the bond price is actually increased, but that's not the case actually, because if you're looking at this is the chart of the bond yield, which means that the yield are actually getting higher when the bond price is decreasing. Yeah. I repeat it again, the bond yield increase because the bond price is decreasing, and what caused this to happen is actually the market or the traders are selling off the bond, so the bond price goes down and the yield, the interest yield goes high. Yeah, so this is what's happening over here. Okay. So for my research part, I found that the mainly reason for this, US government bonds yield to increase, to spike up, was mainly because the US government has to spend more on their stimulus package to recover their economy due to the pandemic, and at the same time, we see that the cases of Omicron has spiked up in the United States, and more medical spending will be needed in this period. Yeah, so this is why people are selling off the bond, US 10 years bonds, and the money is actually flowing out from the bond market. All right. But of course, we're not going into too deep on this part, because what we need to focus is when the money is outflow from the bond market, where will the money will be flowing into? Yeah. So now we can see that the US market is on the historical high level. Of course, it's on the retracement stage, but still on the historical high level. And emerging markets like KLCI, right? We are part of the emerging market. Actually, we are trying to recover from the bottom. And while the crypto market, as you see earlier, yeah, the Bitcoin as the leaders, the crypto market are now on the downtrend, and the gold price, yeah, forgot to mention on the gold. The gold price is currently having a no trend over here, the no significant trend. So in overall, as what we mentioned is, as what we monitored, what we spotted is there's one index that are actually sustaining quite well, yeah, which is the DXY, yeah, the US dollar currency index. Okay, so this US dollar currency index, you can see it's sustaining quite well on a high level. This the strength of this index also indicates that the strength of the US dollar. Yeah, so you can see that the money outflow from others market, from bonds or from the stock market, might have flows into the US dollar currency. Yeah, because this is due to that the market has now already know that in the year of 2022, the Fed will be having 2 to 3 times of the interest hike. So for sure at that time, it will the US currency, the US dollar will have a better valuations and will strengthen the money inflow into the USD. So that's why you can see the US dollar currency is not actually sustaining quite well at the high level stage. Yeah. So of course, after we have looking all these indices, yeah, all these indices of each of every market. So my advice to all of you is, at this stage we have to be really cautious, have to be really careful, because when we see the outflow of the hot money from the stock market, from the bonds market, it will actually further brings down the liquidity of the markets, and eventually the markets will be going down from time to time. Yeah, so that's a part that we need to be really cautious and not to be too aggressive, either you are investing in the trading, you're investing or trading in the crypto market or in the stock market. Yeah. Okay, so after around 15 minutes of review on all these indices and the global market, now we get back to our KLCI index itself. All right. Okay, so let's take a look on the chart of KLCI index. So I still remember before the new year, we are actually on this stage, right? We're actually on this stage. We're actually forming a bottom over here, struggling to get supported at this level. But then you can see quite a sharp rebound towards the year end. Yeah. Of course, it's part of it due to the windows dressing on this day, 31st of December. You can see this index of KLCI has shoot high and also closed at the highest. But then we can see also the retracement at the first trading day of 2022, which means that the part of the window dressing money are actually outflow. But then it's not a big issue over here because at least you can see the bottom has already formed and the reversal is solid. Yeah. So the point that you need to take note right now on our KLCI index is to make sure that this reversal from the bottom remains at its formation. Yeah. So as long as you can see the index is supported above the MA, or this MA, either MA 10, 25 or 50, as long as it is supported above the MA, the trend reversal is still solid, and we shall see the sentiment of the trading sentiment of our market shall not be too bad. All right. Okay. So after we look at the KLCI index, let's move into another index, which is yep, our small cap index. Yeah, why is small cap index so important? Because you have been, if like what we have been trading, most of the time we are trading some small cap companies, right? We don't go for like $10 or 20, 10 ringgit or 20 ringgit counters. We're mostly trading on 1 ringgit before, below 2 ringgit. So that's why the small cap index is important. So small cap index is actually now having a similar movement with our KLCI index, yeah, forming a bottom over here on this red line, and then from a double bottom, and then a rebound and a trend reversal. From what I see from the chart, it's actually quite bullish right now. So that's why you can see for this first month of 2022, the trading sentiment is actually quite good. It's actually quite good. But of course, there's one thing that you need to take note, and I believe some of you might already notice about this. Yeah, so that's the penny team. Yeah, that's the penny team because penny team is so called that most of the low price stock, yeah, which have less satisfying fundamental, are now the focus of the hot money in the market. Yeah, so this can be easily seen on the daily top volume. For example, I show you some counters like this is one of the craziest, yeah, one of the craziest counter. It is one, and also maybe you can see that another one maybe Lambo maybe, yeah, some pennies like yeah. So they're getting some momentum and a volume. And nowadays, if you see on the top volume daily, more of the 70% of the counter are actually pennies counter. So if we refer back to the historical records, we will see that pennies are usually the last team before the market is going down, either crash or the bigger corrections. Yeah. So if you're having position in these pennies, make sure you know when to get out and don't get yourself stuck inside. Yeah. Make sure you know when to get out. And of course, you don't ever chase those counter like this one. Yeah, you don't ever chase this counter which already spiked high from the price of 10 cents until 30 cents. This is pretty crazy, and the reversal could just kicks in anytime. Then when the whole pennies team is turned around, yeah, so maybe that's the time we have a bigger corrections. Yeah, so make sure you don't get trapped inside. So everyone, all of my audience, please take note on this. All right. Okay, so after we have reviewing on this, index of our KLCI and the team that we're actually having right now, let's go into two particular stock that we have been doing always. Yeah, for this episode, the first counter that I'm going to share with you is Mr. DIY, one of the biggest franchise in Malaysia. Okay, so yeah, let me close this tab first. Okay, so you see it clearer. Alright, so look at the chart of Mr. DIY in the whole that previously, since the month of September, they are having a downtrend over here, downtrend, and then hit the bottom of 3 ringgit and 36 cents and making a rebound over here. And now you can see the golden cross, and this is the signal of trend reversal. Alright, so it's pretty bullish right now, but it's definitely not a good entry for now. Alright. It's definitely not a good entry, and the strategy for you to trade this kind of stock is wait for this to retrace near to the support of moving average, yeah, because it's quite bullish right now. So of course we don't chase on this kind of movement. Of course, the formation in whole is quite nice. So if you want to make an entry, you can just wait for this to retrace or get supported and near to the area of moving average. Then maybe at the time you can enter with a good risk and reward ratio. Yeah. And for those who are actually holding this stock, yeah, so congratulations, you are pretty having a good, paper gain right now. So the point that you need to focus is on this level, yeah, on this level, the next resistance, yeah, the green line. The next resistance should be around the price of let me see, yeah, should be around this area, 3 ringgit and 80 cents, yeah, should be your next resistance. So if you're having a short trade positions, you need to take note on this area whether it will have a block over here. Then maybe you can, it's already quite bullish, yeah, from the price of 3 ringgit and 40 cents all the way to 3 ringgit 80 cents. Maybe you can, if for me personally, on this time, maybe I will take a partial profit, yeah, maybe I take a partial profit on this to see whether it able to break this resistance or not, yeah, because after the 3 ringgit 80 cents, the next resistance that you need to face is 3 ringgit and 95 cents, yeah. So this is two main resistance that you are facing for those who are holdings, yeah. So this is the part that you need to take note. And of course the support for you is you can use the MA, whichever MA that you are using, yeah, either it's MA 10, 25, 26 or 30, doesn't matter. So the MA would be your support or cut loss. All right. So yeah, so this is my review on the chart of Mr. DIY. And then we're going to the next chart, which is EFORCE, yeah, an operator of our trading platforms. I believe all of you know about this. So yeah, so compared with the chart of Mr. DIY, the E-Force chart are having a better formation, I would say, yeah, because it's yet to explode, it's yet to move high, and of course, entry right now is quite high because what I would say that because it's already very near to the level of the resistance, yeah. The resistance itself is on the price of 63 cent and a half, and now last Friday is closing at right at the price. So but luckily, it's yet to break out from the resistance, so it makes us to have some chance to make an entry if you wish to, yeah. So you can see the level of support is around here, 60 cent and a half. So the price is not too big. The gap, the price gap is not too big over here. So it could be a good trading opportunity, yeah. It could be the good trade if you're making a good entry. So if I'm going to trade this kind of stock, right, maybe I wait around 2 to 3 days to see whether the price will get supported on the moving average again, or maybe 60 cent and a half, where the price is going down to make a minor corrections on MA10 or 60 cent and a half. And if the price can get supported, then maybe I will make an entry over here, yeah, to see, and also to ride on the trend that seems to have a good potential to actually perform a breakout of 63 cent and a half over here, yeah. So that would be my strategy on this kind of formation. And of course, in overall, the formation is quite nice, yeah, because you can see a bottom over here. Oh my god, let me draw it again. All right, a bottom over here, you can see the small rounding bottom gets supported quite well on the moving average, pending breakout, yeah. And of course, it will maybe it will perform a cup and handle, yeah. Who knows, yeah. A cup and a handle over here, and then all the way up, yeah. All right, so yeah, so that could be the case as well, yeah. Rounding bottom, cup and handle, all the way up, yeah. So this could be a wild prediction. Of course, we trade based on our strategy, yeah. We based on our strategy. So for those who are, holdings, this counter you can still continue to hold as long as it's supported above 60 cent and a half. The formation is still quite good, yeah, should be no problem. And for those who are not having this counter again, if you wish to make an entry, you can maybe you can refer to my strategy that I mentioned just now, yeah, with some small retracement, and then hope we can have a chance to ride on this kind of bullish formations, yeah. Okay, so now we are coming to the end of this episode. Yeah, so we have covered a lot in this episode. All right, firstly we cover on the US market and the global market, and we cover on the crypto market, we cover on the bond yield, and of course I have shared with you the strategy and the things that we should pay attention and why we should be cautious in this kind of global market. And if you miss anything, you can just drag back in the front part of this video to rewatch again. And of course, we have also talked about the global, US dollar currency, which are sustaining quite well right now. And then we went into our Malaysia market, yeah, our KLCI and our Pennies team right now. And of course, two particular stocks of today, which is Mr. DIY and also the E-Force. Okay. Alright, so these are the counters for today. So we hope that you learned something from this video, and please comment below to let us know which counter that you want us to analyze. Alright, and of course, lastly, don't forget to hit the like and the share button. Yeah, if you and of course, don't forget to subscribe to our channel as well if you like our analysis, and make sure you don't miss our next potential stock analysis. And together we can use our powerful stock analysis, technical analysis to earn our wealth in this market. All right, so thank you for watching our first video in the year of 2022, and there are more and more values coming in to this channel, so please make sure you don't forget to subscribe. All right, so I'm Tia Buplay, your trading buddy. So see you in the next video. Don't forget to subscribe again. Bye bye.